Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Weight enough flex, the live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Oh, lightweight division, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button. We are our own algorithm. Let's not rely on Miguel to do anything for us. Ah, Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Like and share the video, smash that like button. That's what you do. Let's show Miguel that we don't need that. Like how those Davis boys don't need no daddy. I mean, that's what he said, not me. Let's do this roll call right quick. Todd Swindle, G. McCall, King Breezy, Mark Hester, Eric Jordan in the building. What's good? Amina, salute, Queen. Dal Anderson, Rod Neal, Main Biker, Gerald Kelly, California in the building. Salute, brother. Steve Elder, Mac, my brother. What's good, man? Yes, sir. Stay in that gym. That's what's up. Ratchet since 91. Rod Neal. Bob. BBO, what's going on? Angel, what's good, brother? HMC. ATL, Unanimous Boxing and Sport. What's up, brother? How you feel, man? Great to see you this morning. Spiritually Biased. Growing with Soul. What's good, man? Jarrell Freeman. And as the rest of my fam come in. Jeff Sparks, salute. Always supporting. What's going on, man? For missing in the chat, know that I love you, man. Let's all right. Let's have a conversation. Well, touche, miss your pussycat. Touche. Stillwater, what up? You know, it's never on our time. When we're brought into this world, Delana, what up? When we're brought into this world, we don't know what's going to happen. Life ain't fair. Things happen we don't understand, but sometimes, based on decisions that we make, we are right where we need to be. Now, there's some people that don't have no control over anything. For example, I was walking from the garage. Thomas, what up? And I saw a dead bird, a baby bird. It fell out I looked up by the tree. There was a nest. And I said, man, that sucks. It was a baby bird, no feathers or nothing. It was just there. The ants was getting it. I said, man, that is whack. That sucks, man. That bird, probably not even a week old, man. And you know what you probably don't know about some birds? The loudest bird is the one that the mother comes back to feed. They can have like 5 eggs there, and they all hatch, and they're screaming. That's the one that gets fed. The one that doesn't make the most noise doesn't get fed, and eventually it starves and dies in the nest. And if it's dead, you know what the mother does? Throws it out with the garbage. Dead serious. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened with this baby bird, but I was like, man, you feel bad. It's a baby. It's a circle of life. It was nothing to the bird. I mean, it's just life. It's just life. Closed mouths don't get fed. Isn't that a lot like boxing? Right? I recall, y'all notice I put Devin back there laughing? I mean, he's not paying no attention to this. He's moved on. You know what I mean? When I was at that presser, Shakur had this aura about him where he was a little, I'm going to use what these ladies call a man that doesn't comply. He seemed a little bothered. And you're the favorite to school Zepeda, but he seemed a little bothered. He seemed a little, and you know when exactly he seemed bothered? Somebody asked him about that pound for pound list, and you know, he had a bit of an attitude. He seemed bothered. Oh yeah, Jarrell, yeah, the larger check will push out the rest because it's survival of the fittest. Andrew 100, salute, brother. It's survival of the fittest. It's a lot like boxing, right? Yeah, we family, but I got to get this. Yeah, I know why I got Devin laughing back there, but let me just build this. As soon as that pound for pound list came up, he had a little attitude. If you watch my live stream, you know, he said some things that made a lot of sense. He says, I don't make the list. I have nothing to do with that. This is true. But he was annoyed. Oh, I will, Steve. I'll do that. He was annoyed. Shakur wants it all. And that's cool. That's cool to want it all. Want to be considered the best. And he has the talent, you know, to compete. He can compete with anybody around his weight division. He can. I never said he's trash in the ring. The kid is a wizard. In saying that, y'all know what the word touche means? How it's used in slang? Any idea? I know y'all have heard it. I asked Google and it said it signifies acknowledging a strong point made during an argument or debate. Touche. It's essentially saying, you've got me or you're right. It's a hint of admiration for the effectiveness of the counter argument. Essentially, it's a way of conceding a point in a witty or graceful manner. You lose a debate, you say, you know what, touche. It's really like a fencing term. That's when I first heard it. You know, in fencing, it's like you acknowledge getting hit. Touche. That's where it comes from, like fencing, you know, with the swords, you know, whatever. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. Yeah, of course, that's what they do to me. It's Miguel, yo, you know, Miguel. Miguel's the only dude I know that gets out of bed in the morning and his booty's clapping. All he's doing is walking to the damn bathroom. Yeah. He's just walking. That's Miguel. Anyway. Yeah, that's why. That's also why I heard it. Touche, miss your pussycat. Yeah. So touche. Here we have a situation where Shakur, he really considers Keyshawn like his brother. I think it's weird to me when I see these kids that are young enough to be my son call their contemporaries little bro. It's weird to me, but whatever. He calls him little bro. And last I heard, Richardson Hitchens got into a little spat. Do I have that right? Richardson Hitchens got into a spat with Shakur on the Twitter. All these kids, y'all like fighting on Twitter. And Keyshawn jumped in it, something like that, in defense of Shakur. But it was misinterpreted, you know what I mean? And Africa told Shakur, you know, you're going to be all right, you know, it's going to be a masterclass performance. Basically, Africa saying Shakur going to school Zapata, whatever. Basically, that's what he says, right? And, you know, I guess Shakur's like, thanks. Egalitarian, Freedom's March, Stephen X. Shava, salute, Queen. 704 Joe, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. So he's like, thanks. So basically, you know, they thought it was beef and it wasn't beef. So they basically made up or whatever. And the word is, Keyshawn was like, yo, I'm standing in the pocket going hard at Africa for you, man. Y'all Negroes need to go get a room or something. So, you know, Keyshawn got in his feelings. You know what Keyshawn remind me of? I come from a different time from y'all, man. A lot of y'all youngsters. You ever had one of those boys that was always on 10? He was always on 10. There was Spoolie, salute. There was never any in between. He was never calm. You standing around or sitting on the benches in front of the building, he's always got to be pacing back and forth. Car pull up on the block, he's, who that? Someone come out the building and recognize you, who that? Yo, y'all just gonna sit here today, man? Let's go do something. He's always on 10. It's like, bro, relax, man. It's a nice day. There ain't no beef out here. Relax, man. Y'all wanna go play ball? Nah, we chilling, man. Relax, bro. You want to slap box all the time? Who slap box growing up? Nah, Thomas. There was someone around here that was 10 times worse than Rob. Rob know him too. His name was Jerron. He had two older siblings. He was the youngest. He had an older brother named Jeff and an older sister named Tish. Jerron was always on 10. He was always on 10. I rock my brother, salute. Jerron was always on 10. It was like, yo, what the yo, sit your ass down. Jesus Christ. I know Jerron literally like all my life, and he was always like that. The older we got, the worse we got. Keyshawn reminds me of Jerron. He has no chill. Do you know growing up, everyone around the way had a real fist fight with Jerome? Everybody. Everybody. And it wasn't us, it was him. It was 100% it was him. It's like, yo, relax, yo, chill, man. What's wrong with you? Crazy. Keyshawn has that energy. Dude really don't care. So after he went back and forth with Africa over Shakur, they made up. He was, I guess, the word I got was he got mad at, like upset with the situation. Basically said, "Hey man, you know, I need to go get a room or something." Something I heard he said on Twitter, like he violated both of them. I don't think Keyshawn I don't think Shakur responded. I don't think he did. I don't know. Y'all would know better than me. I'm not on Twitter. But I know he didn't say anything about it at the presser. And it ended with him saying anybody could get it unless you're his two brothers. Because y'all do know Keyshawn got two blood brothers that are participating in the sport of boxing. Anybody can get it unless they're blood related to him. Shakur, you're not blood related to him. You're not blood related to him. Yeah, Bob. He could be. He could be. He could be. However, here's my point. Y'all see Devin laughing back there? Y'all know where I'm about to go, right? If Shakur is really in his feelings about this, and we're gonna take Shakur's side, and Bob, I'm taking in consideration of what you're saying, and Keyshawn is acting like a jealous woman. All right, cool. Isn't this fitting? If you went to Shakur and said, you know what, man? I know you don't like that. But you remember that bottle service you sent over to Devin?
Whoa! What the
Uh-oh. Let me read to you what touche means again. Essentially, it's a way of conceding to a point in a witty and graceful manner. If I said that to Shakur, or anybody said that to Shakur, I'm like, you know what, man? Hey, man. If Keyshawn said, hey, Shakur, you can't be mad at me. You can't be mad at me. Remember what you did to Devin? You know what Shakur would have to say? Touche. Yeah, you know what? Touche. Yeah. You sent that bottle service over, told him I signed a contract. There was no contract. You stood in the ring and you snake-eyed Devin after he beat Loma. Then you got on the mic and said, I thought Loma won. And then the next day you said you thought it was a draw. Then the man offers you a fight on the way out of the division. He was drained. You was going to get your first shot at being on pay-per-view, a shot at 4 belts. And you declined because of money. Win the belts, the money comes later. Or does it? But you knew your worth before Edwin De Los Santos. And what does ESPN do? They show people walking out of your performance. Touche. Now, who they put on that pound for pound list? I think do I have it right, y'all? Y'all let me know. I don't know everything. They put Keyshawn ahead of Shakur. Is that what this is? Dow Big G, salute. Adrian Vet, salute. Bring me up to speed, y'all, because I heard about it, but I didn't really pay attention to it. Because pound for pound lists are very subjective. It's opinion. You don't know what they putting on. You don't know what's the basis on the pound for pound list nowadays. People factor in seat sales and money generated. They put heavyweights on it. Come on. Did they put Keyshawn ahead of Shakur? Isha, salute. They put Keyshawn ahead of Shakur? Let me know. Is that what this is? Y'all let me know. In the meantime, my phone going off. In the meantime, I'll remind you of this.
Father can get it. Your father can get it too. I don't have DB3. We don't even have that. We don't even know what that is. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't need that. Davis brothers versus the Vargas brothers. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't need that. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Let me pause that right there, y'all. I'm be serious for a moment. And salute to Jay Johnson in that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you. Thank you, brother. I had a problem with that video. Right? He choked up when he said father. He choked up right there. I don't know if you caught that. He choked. If you gave him an option to say, yo, if you just have your father in your life on some regular shit, you ain't gotta even be with your moms, but just, hey son, how you doing? How y'all boys doing? I want to come over and just chill, go fishing or something, go play ball, whatever. You want me to come down to your fight, man? Of course he's gonna say yes, unless he's believing what his mama tell him. That kid upset and he angry. So here's my question to Shakur. What makes you think that you so cool with him that if Turkey puts up a big enough bag that he ain't gonna want that smoke with you? What are you gonna do? Now let me get this straight. You already ducked Devin because you said the money wasn't right. Which, and this is what I'm saying about most of these kids devaluing the belts, which is why I ain't got a problem with Turkey so far as it pertains to boxing. All you cats hating on Turkey, it's guys like Shakur's business moves. Not even business, this is personal moves that gave Turkey room to breathe. You understand? They did this. There was no reason for him to duck Devin Haney. That's what he did. That whole situation was in his favor. And he ducked it because the only thing that wasn't in his favor was the split, the financial split. So the belts didn't matter. He was going to get a shot at Undisputed in one fight, and he could have won that fight because Devin was drained. And he was going to be on pay-per-view. First time. Exactly, Angel. That's how you're supposed to get down. Hen Dog, salute. G. McCall, yo. You understand what I'm saying? MJ, what up? And Keyshawn not having a father in his life that does right by him is why I had a problem with him and Shakur, who's also fatherless. I don't know to what degree he knew his dad. I don't know. But I had a problem with this right here. They got on here with Ryan Garcia. And they behave like a bunch of apes. And when you give it a minute, didn't I say all you got to do is just watch this thing? Shakur cool with Keyshawn, but Keyshawn, you show him the money. He made it clear he'd fight Shakur. And I think they put Keyshawn ahead of Shakur on that pound for pound list, and that's why they were asking him that. And all of this came about after Ryan was caught cheating, and they on here trying to set up fights with him. The reality is Ryan don't even deserve to be in the same building with them. You saw that the other week. But wait a minute. Did y'all forget it was Monkey Tuesday?
Yeah, come on!
forgot? Did you? Y'all got to be on point, man.
Monkey Tuesday!
Wake up. That's the evidence right there. I put, here's the evidence. All of that laughing and joking. Listen, some of the most off-code shit that you've ever seen from anybody, it comes from cats that have no discipline from the male's perspective. Isn't shitty cuz off code? And you're like, man, damn, what the hell? What's wrong with this dude? Isn't that off code? Keyshawn, isn't that off code? And all you got to do is watch, because now they flipping on each other. So, you know, maybe Keyshawn is being a diva. I don't know. I saw Deontay Wilder extending an olive branch to a coked out, overweight Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, you know, the colonizer he is, Vic C, salute, the colonizer mentality he is, with his criminal father, he's the apple don't fall far from the tree, because that's how he was raised. I see Devin out here getting to the business. And Shakur is trying to monopolize the board, but he never played Monopoly in his life. He was behaving like the rock star that he's not. He's not. All the talent in the world. That one opportunity to fight Devin on the way out, you acting like an asshole. He still gave you an opportunity, and you said no, bruh. You burnt that bridge forever. You don't fuck with him. That shit over. Ran around here acting out, and now you befriended Keyshawn, and you know Shakur like, nah, I ain't gonna fight him, that's my brother. Meanwhile, Devin did more for him than Keyshawn did for him, based off of what I know. If I'm wrong on that, y'all let me know. So you burnt that bridge with DHP, that's cool. Was that in the name of competition? Couldn't have been, because he was trying to put money in your pocket with the potential of getting some belts. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. They throw you on the pound for pound list, you don't put it on this work, and they put Keyshawn ahead of you. And you know, I ain't got a problem with that. Keyshawn getting to it. And Keyshawn got that energy like my boy that I grew up with. He's always on 10. He cool when you next to him. He cool. Until he get bored with it, until he think you in his way for whatever reason. Then y'all fighting. Always on 10. Y'all cool for now. He'll get on that social media in a heartbeat, and when someone asks him about you, he'll be like, yo, he can get it, I don't care. And you're watching it like, I thought we was cool. No. You're not blood related. You're a visitor. You just in their crib a lot playing Nintendo. Sid Mark, what up? PGH, what up? You just a visitor, bruh. He will punch you in the face for the right price. You see, Shakur, Shitty cuz. How they talk about Devin, they will talk about you exactly. Ob Jones, salute. Mac of the South, what up? Or that pillow fist talk, sound familiar? You gotta wear special gloves and hand wraps, do you not? Floyd Mayweather had bad hands. Joe Calzaghe had bad hands. You got bad hands. Devin ain't got bad hands. They just disrespected him. You like legit got brittle hands. Medically, you got brittle hands. You do. What's your knockout ratio? I never looked it up, but you're not a knockout artist. You're a boxer. You're an outboxer. And that's cool. I like to watch him work. Shakur, if you school Zepeda, right? If you like, if he does a Zepeda, what he did to Oscar Valdez, because there was no part of that fight Oscar Valdez won, and that was supposed to be the test right there. And Shakur whooped him. It wasn't even close. If you do that to Zepeda, I mean, come on. You know what's going to happen to you, right? The hate is going to escalate. And it's a double negative. You're black and Puerto Rican? Oh, God. You're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get double the hate from Mexicans. Right? And trust me, there's a group of niggas that don't like you. That's going to be the Keyshawn Davis family. Those fanatics. They're going to double and triple up the hatred on you. And you know what, shitty cuz? You're going to have to prove me wrong on this. But I don't think you're mentally strong, bro. I really don't. I see that in you. The energy you was giving off when they asked about that pound for pound list, I didn't like it. I remember a couple of years ago, somebody had some mics in your face. And, Tony C, what up? And they asked you about Devin Haney. And you snapped at the goddamn media. Yo, y'all sound like a bunch of Devin Haney dick riders. Ooh, what? You mad at that? You know what? You know how you shut all that shit down? Fight Devin and beat him. You didn't do it. You turned it down. You said, fuck 4 belts. Fuck him being drained. I want more bread. That's what you said, man. That's what you said. I know my worth. Okay. And I still don't have the answer to this. Can anyone confirm whether or not he made more money fighting De Los Santos than he would have made with Devin? Can anyone confirm that? I'm going to go with no, but I could be wrong. Can anyone say he made more money going his own route and fighting Edwin De Los Santos? Can anyone say that? Can you confirm anyone? Can anyone confirm that? No, right? All right. I don't know. I don't think he did. And again, you went your own route. You fought Edwin De Los Santos and they showed people walking out and you was at home. Devin go home, they celebrate. You went home, fought Edwin, and people was walking out. Ultimate Fight Club, salute. It showed them walking out, bro. Don't blame me. And then they ask you about Devin Haney, you start sucking your teeth and you get mad at the goddamn reporters. I'm like, whoa. Now you're looking at the pound for pound list. Last fight you had, you literally bust your hands up again. No one calls you pillow fist yet. And now your quote unquote brother, Keyshawn, talking about you can get it because Keyshawn's on 10. Shakur, you remember a fighter called Oshaki Foster at 130? Thought we forgot about that? See a pattern here. If you can avoid them, you'll avoid them. If you ain't got to fight them, you won't fight them. The latest flex is I'll befriend them. That's what I'll do. I'll make friends with these mofos. Xavier says 800,000 versus Santos. Oh, wow. That would have been at least a mil versus Devin. At least a mil. And if he had beat Devin, there's a rematch clause in there. It had to be. So that's a come up. He's gonna be drained. Remember all of that? So you either making friends with niggas, you ducking niggas, or what's going on, bro? Y'all don't see this? Am I the only person that sees this? I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm just looking at the path. Joe Cordina twice. Y'all paying attention? And I'm not cool with saying, oh man, he'd have beat him. No. Oh, I'm cool with him ducking Cordina. I'm cool with him ducking Oshaki. He'd have beat him anyway. No. There's one fight historically that debunks that entire argument. I don't care what weight division, from strawweight to super heavyweight. It was Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. Nobody picked James Douglas to win that fight at all, especially in the manner in which he did it. Nobody. Happened. It's boxing, ladies and gentlemen. It's boxing. Shakur is right where he put himself. Shakur is right where he put himself. I'm gonna tell you what I want. What I want. I want Keyshawn to call out Shakur. I need Shakur tested, man. I need Shakur to prove that he's that dog. Because so far, no one's been able to touch this kid. I'll give him that. Y'all know I'm not the one to be coming out here talking about, hey, man, you know, he's boring and the pillow fist. And no. Shakur's a outstanding boxer. I haven't seen him get caught clean not once. I've seen Devin get caught clean. I ain't seen Keyshawn get caught clean. But I need to see that. Devin done walked through the fire, bro. And I don't know if Shakur got that dog in him. Shakur's a master boxer like Floyd Mayweather was, but you know what we knew about Floyd? Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a dog. Normally, if you get punched in the face clean by Sugar Shane Mosley at 147, chances are you was going to sleep. The same Shane Mosley that obliterated Antonio Margarito, the Ivan Drago of the welterweight division. Shane was supposed to die that fight. Had a long talk with Shane about that, what happened behind the scenes with that fight. He told me everything about his wife trying to take. Do you know his wife tried to take the belts that he had in his house? Think about that for a minute. Shane Mosley, he fought fights. People went upside his head for those belts. He won those in the ring. It's bad enough she's taking some money from him. But she actually tried to take the belts as if that bitch was in the ring fighting for him. The night of, was it the night before or the day of the fight that he was fighting Margarito? That bitch called him and literally said, I don't know word for word. Don't quote me word for word, but she literally said, I hope you lose and you'll fucking die in the ring or something to that. Like said something really like crazy to him. When he got off that phone, I told Shane, I said, you know what? If Antonio Margarito knew that you had that conversation with your wife, I don't even think he'd have fought you. Shane Mosley was on a goddamn mission. And I told y'all before, the bricks in Margarito's gloves, I'm glad he got caught, and salute and rest in power to brother Nas. But didn't matter because every time his back touched the ropes, he got off. Margarito couldn't touch him. And he obliterated Margarito. Go watch that fight from start to finish, not the highlights. Go watch the fight. That was one of the best performances you ever seen Shane Mosley have. He was on a mission. I know his wife was sitting there like, I said, Shane, you wasn't fighting Margarito. I said, you was fighting your wife. And he said, yup. Fuck him. In other words, every time he saw Margarito, it was his wife with a beard. Can you imagine doing that in a movie? Margarito walks up and it's his wife's face, but with that haircut and the beard. Ah! He beat the shit out of him. That's what happened. That Shane Mosley hit Floyd Mayweather in the jaw in round 2 of their fight. And Floyd was in trouble. Hit him twice. Hit him in the jaw once. And then they mixed it up again. He hit him in the top of the temple. Almost knocked Floyd down, but he held on. He was wobbly. And then he proceeded to do what he did to Shane Mosley. That Floyd Mayweather. Does Shakur have that type of dog in him? I don't know. I don't know. Everything is fun and games now, but what happens if he gets clipped? I need to see what kind of dog he is. I think Keyshawn will bring that out of him. I said I thought Tank will bring that out of him. O'Shaquie Foster would bring that out of him. Cordina would have brought that out of him. But somehow, you avoided 2 of those guys. You talk shit about one guy, didn't fight him with all of that on. That would have been Shakur's breakout fight if he fought and beat Devin. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. No one is wondering what the fuck. And then he gets there. He's around Keyshawn, and he buddies up with him. Bro, we seen you do this before. You buddied up with Devin, and Devin was super nice to you. And then you did all of that. Devin is not draining himself. He just went up. And you're hanging out at wherever you're hanging out at. Now you buddied up with Keyshawn. But Keyshawn is on 10. He's like, yeah, we cool, but listen, man, Turkey comes to me and says, yo, look, how much for y'all to fight? I got that, no problem. What you gonna do, Shakur? Touche. My brother Tony C in that super chat, much love. He said, Drew, I apologize. It's not the topic on deck, but I'd like to know your opinion on Keyshawn versus De Los Santos. Ah, man. You know what? No. We're talking about Keyshawn too. So Keyshawn has to be careful. Oh, OG Mr. Ron, I forgot about that. Gerard Harlem in the building. Salute. Cooking with the champ. Salute. I miss you in the chat. Know that I love you. Brothers UK. Salute. Shalan. Win. Salute. Keyshawn gotta be careful. Edwin got those cracks like he's selling it. Edwin hit anybody clean. It's night. You blinking and you looking up at the lights, the refs over you, you're hearing 8. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. Edwin De Los Santos, he got those cracks like he on the block. I got those red caps, what you need. Shakur was on his bike for a reason. I just said, Keyshawn got that dog mentality. Now, let me tell you about my boy that I grew up with, Jerron. He was always on 10, and everybody growing up had a physical, fist fight with him. He ain't beat me up. A couple of my friends, he ain't beat them up. The rest, everyone else, he fought to a draw. Shaquilla Fields, salute, Queen, and happy belated born day to you. Salute, Queen. Yes, ma'am. Jermaine, what up? That's not a walk in the park. And I know the popular thing is to pick Keyshawn to smoke him out. But listen, man. Guys, please don't act like De Los Santos can't pull a hat trick on y'all ass and land something crazy. Don't do that. That's a dangerous fight for Keyshawn, man. This might shock a few people. Go ahead and say it. Eric, salute. Go ahead and say it. That's a 50-50 fight, y'all. I know that's unpopular. I get it. That is a 50-50 fight, y'all. And I'm going to tell you this. Shalan, I agree with you. If Keyshawn goes in there and he does smoke Edwin De Los Santos, my God. You know what I'm going to do? Will, what up? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look right at Shakur and be like, bro, I ain't got no problem with you outboxing De Los Santos, but Keyshawn just went in there and smoked him. The world's going to look at Shakur and be like, bro, this is why he has a spotlight. This is why we pick him over you. And Shakur, you got to do something, baby. No more sucking your teeth and nothing. You got to perform. You see, you had an opportunity to become undisputed at 135. Instead, you wait for Devin to leave, and then you got one of his old belts. You could have fought him for all four. What was the problem? Is it the same problem that you had when O'Shaquie Foster was on your bumper? Cordina, Kawhi, what up? I mean, I'm just asking. What's going on, man? The packaging, man, it's not going to look well. What's happening with you, man? That's why I got Devin laughing back there. Like, man, look, when people show you who they are and you don't need to deal with them, they're actually doing you a favor. Because I'm telling you, God don't make no mistakes, man. You really don't. Salute to Sinclair and that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you so much in that Cash App. Thank you so much, good brother. Thank you. All y'all Cash Apps, I took that money. I took the money and I went and I bought this brand new microphone. Very nice. And I appreciate you guys so much. OG Mr. Mon says Keyshawn better be real careful and patient approaching Edwin. Too aggressively could get him clipped. Yep. Listen, man, I know he's not that high on the radar right now. I think, people they know Edwin De Los Santos because they consider Shakur running from him. That's the general thought behind it. Nah. Shakur understood what could potentially happen, so he outboxed him. So I'll give him that. But Keyshawn ain't gonna do that. And the danger there, if he goes in there and tries to walk down Edwin and Edwin lands something, I want to see how he recovers, and I want to see how much dog this kid got. He ain't got to do that because we know Edwin can get outboxed. Stormy in the building. Salute. Trey, what up? My advice, don't go in there and fuck around with Edwin, man. Don't do that. He got those hammers. He really does. Kawhi says De Los Santos for the upset. Woo! But let's talk about that. Would it really be an upset? Because just because someone is celebrated, that don't mean they're good, right? Right now, is Keyshawn the truth, or is he just celebrated because he's very flamboyant, he's out loud, he talk his shit, so far he's backing it up. He got Tia Female scared and all kinds of shit. Would it really be an upset though? Felix Nunez, my brother, in that super chat, much love. He says, I'm riding with Edwin because he's Dominican, to be honest. Hey, man, that's what's up. Stand in that pocket, man. Stand on it. This shit a dangerous fight, man. This shit a dangerous fight. This shit is a dangerous fight. This is a dangerous fight. And I like it. And don't think for 2 seconds that Edwin cannot win this fight, man. Everyone's picking Keyshawn to smoke this dude. I don't know. And salute to my queen, Shawa, in that Cash App. Salute to you, queen. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. She says, because you are awesome to healing. I words can't describe, man, the nonsense I deal with behind the scenes. Y'all don't know what people say and they send to me. They just try and disrupt my flow. All I want to do is talk boxing, how I see it. I never claim to know everything or be the end all be all. I actually spend a lot of time praising my brothers and sisters around me because I learn from every last one of y'all, and then, you get taunted by some niggas that got bigger platforms than you, but you have to, it makes you wonder why a nigga with 100,000 subs or 50,000 subs is worried about little old you. I don't even have 10,000 subs, man. Why are you worried about me? And then it dawns on me. I said, oh shit, you know what it is? I'm sexy. 6'2", 220. I'm 230 now. Got a six pack and a big dick. They want to be me. Look, man, blame your parents, blame God, but count your blessings. You got a bigger YouTube channel than me. Damn, man, what's wrong with you? I make some money off of this. I ain't rich. I'm a working man like everybody else. What's wrong with y'all? Why can't we be friends? Shit. You know what's refreshing? When I go to presses and I see the same people all the time, and now the fighters are starting to notice me. They be like, oh, yo, what up, man? Antonio Tarver. Doesn't even know my name, really. But now we're running into each other. I'm like, oh, yo, what up, man? He comes up to me. I'm like, yo, what up? I ain't got his phone number, nothing like that. Me and Shane Mosey was talking for like literally an hour. I'm just out here doing me. And then, I put up a post and I got one unknown dude talking to me from behind the icon. It's actually the nigga that I'm talking about. That's what it is. Trying to, they're agitating situations. Oh, why don't you challenge him to a fight? No. For what? I ain't gonna get no points for beating up somebody. For what? These agitators want to see somebody get into a real fisticuffs over this bullshit. When the reality is, when Nappy Smurf was in New York, I was here. We were all here. He actually met the general and shit his pants and started talking about what other people made him do. When I went to Brooklyn, I was there Friday and Saturday. He wasn't. He left. Ran home and made a meme. I said, all right, he's pussy. Touche, pussycat. Copper, what up? So there it is. I do this for the people who fucks with me. I don't do this for the people that don't fucks with me. That's it. So I appreciate you, Shawa. And I appreciate everybody that rocks with me every morning, that clicks the like button, that shares my video. I never claimed to be the best channel. I'm just here doing what I do. And when you got bigger platforms and people that hide behind icons and make sneak diss videos with fake subs, how the hell you got 100,000 subs, but when you click live, there's 10 niggas in there. The math ain't mathing. Doing videos about me. You know what's crazy? The videos with my name in it, those are your highest watched videos because nobody cares about your boxing opinion. That's great. That's great. And niggas is watching me right now. For example, went live yesterday. Happy Memorial Day weekend for everybody. And I put a link in the chat because I wanted to talk about the character of these fighters. And who pops up backstage? A nigger, a monkey that I don't fuck with. I'm like, what is he doing backstage? Why are you watching me? Why you want to talk to me? You don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you. Well, he does fuck with me. He got 10 or 12 videos about me. 40 videos about BFTV. 50 videos with the LDBC title in it. Those are his highest watched videos because nobody cares about his boxing opinion. Y'all, this my opinion about a lawyer in the way. See, I think he has left hand, but I don't think he'll beat Tank Davis. Baltimore. There it is. Nobody cares. Nobody can even understand what he says, but he pops up backstage. Yeah. So anyway, boxing, please. Delano says you got to give Tito credit because he checked the race reporter on the zone. Yeah, man, fuck Mike Cappinger. That dude's a clown. That dude's a clown. Speaking of bought and paid for ops, he's a clown. Showbiz is a clown. The niggas is clowns, bro. Fuck out of here. Only motherfuckers I know that's in their contract, when you show up to these events, you got to wear knee pads under your goddamn jeans. You know why. It's straight Cassie action. Smell like piss. What the fuck? You turn around, Showbiz is sitting in the row behind you. What? Getting urinated on. Nigga, you're in trouble. Ba-doom, doom. I don't respect that dude at all. He don't respect himself. Good morning. Good morning. When you're getting hatred from bigger channels, that means you're doing the right thing. And don't get it fucked up. There's not anything that I said on anybody about anybody that I wouldn't say to their face. And that one little motherfucker from Tampon, Florida, he was up here and I was looking to say something to his face to see what his energy was. Didn't even see him. No weigh-in, no fight. The nigga went home. He did go to Marco's Comedy Club. How fitting. He went to a comedy club on fight night. He went to a comedy club. That speaks volumes. You see, God's not a liar. All you got to do is just pay attention to the atmosphere. You got to pay attention to the surroundings. Nigga came up all the way from Florida, Tampon, Florida, to go to a comedy club. I mean, a prime Eddie Murphy should have been performing that night because you wasn't at the fight, bruh. So there's nothing you can ever say to me. There's nothing your fans can ever say to me. There's nothing you can say to me at 4'11" with nigga naps in your head. You's a bitch. Touche. Anyway, thank you, Queen Shower.
Do you suck dicks?
That's what I ask all these niggas. Because when they shake they'll tell you no, but they'll be shaking their head in the yes position. And that's when I tell you it's reserved for my wives, and you need to take that over to Miguel.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Send your wife, your beard. She's just for show. I'm telling you right now, fucking with me. You ever seen a snake swallow an egg? That's how wide her jaw's gonna have to open. Don't play with me. Send her, she can play. On the dig. Fuck out of here. Ball that nigga up and put him in the fucking trash on the corner.
This should be in the trash.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, the little nigga with the strange voice. What grown man sounds like that? Anyway. Boxing, please. Edwin De Los Santos, bro, listen, if Keyshawn smokes Edwin, that's going to be a feat. But I'm telling y'all right now, if Edwin beats Keyshawn, to me, that's not an upset. It's really not. El Rayo's nice with it. Y'all remember what happened in that fight? That was wild. Did y'all see that coming? I was like, oh, wow, whoa, what is going on? Damn. I said, Edwin, my God. My bad, shower. Good Lord. Good Lord. Yo, man, Edwin could win that. Don't get it fucked up. And I'm not attached, man. I'm here for the boxing. I have to keep the boxing. I'm here for the boxing. Fuck all that. I'm rooting for the black man. I have to keep the boxing, boss. I don't care. You know why I'm detached? And let me be clear. Let me be clear. This right here, that right there, don't think I forgot. You see that? This is after the Devin Haney shit. This is after this dude got caught. I think this may be, I don't remember if he made the George Floyd comments by then. I don't remember. But what I do know is that when this, they did this on Instagram. When this was done, they had no business dealing with this dude. Ryan. They had no business talking to him. They had no business. I said, oh, okay. All right. Okay. I ain't forget this. Remember this? Okay. To me, this was yesterday. Andre, what up? To me, this shit here, that was yesterday. To me. Trumaine, what up? I ain't forget this. So when I say Keyshawn's on 10, remember, my boy that I grew up with that was always on 10, he fought everybody in the group. Like really, like a physical fist fight. You find out later that there was literally mentally something wrong with him. And he ain't doing too good right now, today, as we speak today. He's not doing too well. But I ain't forget this. So what y'all need to know is I'm not emotionally attached to this kid. I'm acknowledging him wanting all the smoke. I'm acknowledging him selling himself. I'm acknowledging him doing right by business. He's looking out for his brothers. I'm acknowledging that. It's a great thing. You know, I'm acknowledging it. Okay? But this right here, I'll forever have a problem with this. And mind you, they stood on it. They went and spoke to Ryan like it was another day. This was the live that they were trying to set up a fight. Oh, yeah, I beat you. Oh, yeah, we can fight it. Ryan's in the middle. He was in the beginning of his suspension. And in the middle of racist rants. I don't recall if this was before or after the George Floyd situation, but I do recall that this happened when they had no business talking to this guy. For the culture. But to culture for these kids, it don't mean much. Like the OG Mr. Mont says, these kids have no attachment to their ancestors. It means nothing. It means nothing. So when I say I'm removed from this, like, hey man, Keyshawn lose. I ain't got JC. What's up, JC? Please put the link to your channel in the chat, please, so I can pin it. Please do that. Thank you, brother. JC got some great horror stories. Lord have mercy. Y'all go ahead and listen to it. You see why I like it. You see why especially I like it. You see why. But this right here, I don't forget. You know, it's like bipolar. I love the fact that he punked Teofimo, but let me let y'all know something. He punked Teofimo, right? Which was great. He didn't do that for the culture. He did that for himself. He stared down Teofimo after he won that fight on ESPN. He stared him down and in passing. He didn't want no smoke. Beat up his father in front of him. Tio ain't do nothing. So Tio's a pussycat. But he didn't do that for the culture. He did it for himself. Don't get it twisted. Got to understand how these kids work. He did it for himself. He didn't do it for the culture. He did it for himself. And what we got to do as a people is stop assuming that these people are on code doing what they do. He didn't do that for us. He did it for himself. Don't get it twisted. All right, cool. Let me pin that. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to JC Storyteller. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother. It's pinned at the top. Those are some great stories. Real talk. Harvey M says, Keyshawn loses to Edwin. He's going to get dragged by the others. Hey, man. He dish it out. He got to take it. He's going to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm letting the racists, anytime, JC. I'm letting the racists know right now. If Keyshawn fuck around and lose, it's pinned to the top on both of my pages. Keyshawn fuck around and lose. You might as well not even come here and troll. On top of that, I'm a black father. Was I supposed to be offended by what he said? I'll play it for you again. Listen.
And the father can get it. The father can get it too. I don't have DB3, we don't even have that. We don't even know what that is.
What?
We don't have that. We don't have a fuck.
That right there, he choked up. We don't even have that. We don't even know what that is. I don't know. Did you have a conversation about your mother with your mother about that? It don't matter because now you're bringing home the bread and the bacon, the eggs, the potatoes. You're bringing all of that home. And you taking care of your mama. And you don't even know what that is. But those Vargas boys know what it is. Shane Mosley know what that is. Floyd Mayweather know what that is, no matter how dysfunctional. Devin Haney knows what that is. 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 When I do that for a reason. Ain't that right? Okay.
We don't need that. Davis brothers versus the Vargas brothers.
Yeah.
We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't need that. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't have that. We don't have a fuck. We don't need that. We don't need that.
tell you something. If my son, I found out that he was socializing with Ryan Garcia in a sport where he would do the same. Ryan, if he got away with that with Devin, he'd have did it to Shakur, he'd have did it to Keyshawn, he'd have cheated for the rest of his goddamn life, especially if it's against a black fighter. He made it about race. Talking about George Floyd and ERs, we putting the ERs in the ER for real. All of a sudden, he became a spokesperson for black relations and shit. He became an expert. And that fat nigga that was sitting next to him, then come to find out, he says, oh, we were high on shrooms. He said that. I have it on video. We're just gonna breeze right by that. All right, cool. Y'all breeze by it. I don't. I heard him say it. But I guess you worked out fine, Edwin. I mean, Keyshawn. And I need you guys to understand, Keyshawn on fire right now. He's doing all the right things. I like the Edwin De Los Santos fight. Let's not act like this is a fight that Edwin can't win, man. Now, if he steamrolls Edwin, that's a feat in itself. And I'm going to give him full credit. What I'm telling y'all is, Edwin beats him. Listen to me carefully. If Edwin De Los Santos beats Keyshawn Davis, it is not an upset. And I saw what my brother Thomas wrote earlier. He said Edwin ain't been in the ring since 2023. Ring rust is a problem. Ring rust is a problem. It is. But Edwin ain't going in there to fuck around. And if he lands something, he's a strong man. If he lands something, I'm like, oh, shit. Well, y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say what happened. Like I always do. Well, this is what happened. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to them out LDBC. Well, Keyshawn, he got his shit punched out. Well, that happens. But I ain't forget this. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. I'm not attached to Keyshawn like that. Yes, Stormy, motivation is a problem also. Yes. I'm not attached to Keyshawn like that. I'm giving him his credit because he's making all the right moves. And he's literally, he's outworking Shakur. Can we say he's outworking Shakur? Can we say that? Because you know what? I need y'all to listen carefully. Switch roles. Switch roles. Right? If Devin Haney went to Keyshawn and says, yo, I'm about to leave 135, but you're going to get this work on the way out. 4 belts, first time on pay-per-view, highest payday. You're going to be making the most money that you ever made. I don't even think Devin will be able to finish the sentence. I think Keyshawn will be like, yo, what do I sign? Let's do it. And in that aspect, I give Keyshawn all that credit because I think Keyshawn would have took that fight. Keyshawn would have been like, I'm going to whoop his ass. And there's a rematch. And I'm going to whoop him again. Keyshawn would have took that. And see, that's why people are liking Keyshawn more than they're liking Shakur. And on top of that, he got brittle hands. On top of that, he don't fight in a fan-friendly style. See, Shakur, we rocking with you, bro. You needed to amplify the support that you did have. The stupid shit you did was start, and please listen to me. Because a lot of people had me fucked up when I first said it. I had to explain it. The silly shit you did was you started waving the Puerto Rican flag. Suddenly. It was sudden. And I was asking, yo, what's that about? I ain't got no problem with Puerto Ricans. No, stupid. Because I had niggas hit me up in the DMs. Yo, what's your problem? No. Comprehension is your problem. I asked, where was the flag in the Olympics? That's when you should have been waving it. The American flag and the Boricua flag. That's fine. The fact that you went to Top Rank listen carefully. He went to Top Rank. And they were already calling him boring. Mitchell Show, what up? They were already doing it. Then all of a sudden, your dad's Puerto Rican. I heard that that's true. Fine. But Top Rank notoriously has an issue promoting black fighters. Case in point, Bud. Case in point. So I was like, that's disrespectful to the Boricuas because it seems like you're trying to pimp them to get them to back you for what, bro? I don't even think you speak Spanish. No, you don't speak Spanish. They asked you that when I was standing right in front of you. So it was a sucker play, man. That was marketing. That's disrespectful. That's what my point was. That's disrespectful, bro. Exactly, Shawa. Where's that Boricua flag now? Where's the Puerto Rican flag now? I haven't seen it. Yeah, there's no bandanas. There was no bracelets. You know, the little bead bracelets that they wear around on their wrist or the flag necklace. Every Puerto Rican that I see in New York has something where you know what they're not. They're not Colombian. They're not Dominican. They're Puerto Rican. They let you know. Anthony, what up? That's what I was saying. It seemed like a play to me. You over there with Bob Arum, and you know, we all know the late great Cameron Duncan. He blew it up. When Fred asked him, "Is there no black fighter rule?" Yes, there is. He needed all the help he could get. And I remember that about him. Like I'm telling you, I remember what Keyshawn did. And I remember, and both you motherfuckers was on there with Ryan Garcia. I don't forget that shit. And all I say is, good luck in that boxing ring, bro. Good luck in that boxing ring. Good luck in that boxing ring. All I'm going to do is report what happens. Right now, Keyshawn wants all the smoke. He's kicking ass and taking names. That's all I want from a fighter. Lamont, what up? That's all I want from a fighter. That's all I want. There's no problem with that. That's all I want. You're in a division. You on fire. You should want everybody in the 4 sanctioning bodies. You should want everybody in the top 3. Call those names. Say those names. You know, if you get everybody, eventually you will be undisputed. Shakur had an opportunity to do it with one fight. He didn't do it because the money wasn't right. Shakur, he didn't do what Keyshawn's doing. Keyshawn's making his own way. He's talking shit. He's calling for the fights. Dion, what up? Oh, you want me to speak on the no black fighter thing? All right, here's what I'll do. I'll let you hear it for yourself from Cameron Duncan. This is Cameron Duncan when he was on Barbershop Conversations with Fred Hawthorne. This is Cameron Duncan who passed fairly recently. He used to work for Top Rank. And this is what Cameron Duncan said.
I searched high and low to get your contact information, and I was talking. I'll tell you off air who it is. I won't say it on camera, but feel free to ask me. So I called the Mayweather gym, and they said, Fred, if I give you this number, you have to ask him this question. And I says, okay, what's the question? And they said, ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters? And they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter. We don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth.
You got to get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And he used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters. And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this, and I won't go into a long discussion, because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, and ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl, and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted. And he said, and so they have speed, and better to stay away from them. Nothing personal. So I said, okay. And I've lived by that. And, I don't want to sound like some weird guy, but, you're trying to be safe with your guys. And so, there is a thing about that, but not in a bad way, in a very respectful way, to be careful. So that's all.
How does that impact boxing? How does that, like the best fighting the best, the fans versus the business of boxing?
Well, they're not. That's when you're starting out and everything. Okay. So that's not affecting boxing at all. It's just, when you're building a fighter, you reach a point where the best have to fight the best.
Gotcha.
The only reason these fights aren't being made, Fred, is for politics and money and everything. It's not because of their color or who they are. Believe me, they want to fight each other. And
understand? That's Top Rank, y'all. It was confirmed. And thank you, Cameron Duncan, for dropping that gem. Like I said, the man passed last year. Fred got that out of him. He just asked him about it, and Cameron elaborated on it. And it's true. And that's what Bud was dealing with. That's what Floyd Mayweather was dealing with. But Lomachenko was, he was marketed to us as the best fighter that Bob Arum has ever seen since Sugar Ray Leonard and Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Dion, yeah. Yep. That's what he said. And that's why I didn't have a problem with Lomachenko. But yeah, he was talking about Bob Arum. That was when he was working with Top Rank, owned by Bob Arum. Top Rank that had their offices raided by the FBI. In court of law, they admitted to fixing fights. That Top Rank, who had Floyd Mayweather Jr., they fumbled that rock. They had Bud. The amount of money that I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. They had Bud. You understand? But then they told all of us that Lomachenko was the best thing that they've seen since Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. He fucks around and loses to Orlando Salido and never ran it back, by the way. Never ran it back. If a black fighter has a close fight with anybody, he got to run it back. They automatically think he lost. And see, that right there, that's part of the reason why I didn't drag Shakur and call him boring. A bulk of that is out of principle. I'll never call a black fighter boring. I say it all the time. Shakur boxes beautifully. It's not my fault that people don't like it. I don't care. I got on here and defended him. Like, man, how dare y'all say that this kid is boring? It was Edwin De Los Santos' responsibility to cut the ring off and land something. That was his responsibility to stop what Shakur's doing. He couldn't do it. That's what I said. I always defended Shakur in the ring. Because number one, I like seeing him work. Number two, I know what black fighters deal with. Look, we're doing it right now. They didn't like what Devin did with Ramirez. And now niggas is actually having panels. They want to change the rules or offer something up, like a no activity rule. The clinch counter. Remember that? Oh, how many times did he clinch versus Jorge Linares? I'm like, I don't care. Y'all had the Klitschko brothers, and I sat through a decade and some change of Vladimir Klitschko. Jab straight, clinch. Jab straight, clinch. Jab straight, clinch. And eventually he knocked your ass out. Nobody called him boring. Josh Taylor just lost how many in a row? Is anyone saying that he should hang it up? He's done. You see what I mean? So as much as I dislike Shakur's moves, there's certain things that I refuse to do. Yeah, he's a dick, but he's boxing beautifully. Keyshawn is a much more exciting style, but he puts himself in the line of fire. And if Edwin De Los Santos goes in there and knocks him out, I'm going to say, hey, man, that's boxing. Maybe he should have fought like Shakur. You see what I mean? You see? See how that works? Yeah, Delano, that whole European invasion is what killed HBO. We had such great talent. They didn't give a fuck. They gave us the Klitschko boys, Triple G, Lomachenko. They brought in Sultan Ibragimov. That's a name I forgot to mention. He was pretty good, but he ran into Klitschko. And that was a snooze fest because he kept hugging him. And Sultan Ibragimov looked like a high school principal, a chubby white guy, but he had skills. He had skills. But Vladimir hugged him to death to a unanimous decision. Yeah, Stormy, you said Taylor's done, but no one else is saying what you're saying. I think his time was up, and I gave Josh Taylor a lot of credit when he won Undisputed. He had a harder route to Undisputed than Bud did. That's just the reality of things. That's just the reality. But you know, and what these young black fighters need to understand is that the rules are different for these niggas. And I stress the word niggas. It's different for y'all. DHP understands that. In what universe? They're saying Devin just needs to accept being the villain. Y'all hated Floyd. Why y'all putting that on him? He didn't do anything. He ain't got women twerking all around. He ain't showing off his ice and driving cars and all on social media acting crazy. Y'all jump in his business. Oh, his wife or his baby mama. Y'all in his business. All that shit would be private if it wasn't for y'all. Y'all looking for something wrong with him. You can't find nothing. The man got cheated. And it took y'all a year to recognize it because the dude that did that to him Ryan Garcia gets in the ring with Rolly Romero and got outboxed by Rolly fucking Romero. Professor X, salute. How does that happen? Nobody saw that coming. You know what happened? Well, Lou DiBella, but you ain't gonna listen to me, my black ass. You listen to Lou DiBella. You listen to the white man. What did he say on Twitter? Peds matter. Are y'all jumping at him? Y'all jumping at him? Y'all arguing with him? Nah, because you niggas is trained. You niggas is trained. Never mind. See, that's why I'm not on Twitter. Y'all go at Champside. Y'all go at anybody on Twitter. Yeah, we put up a video and say, yo, see, you know, this is why we know he was on shit. Oh, left hook. Left hook. Left hook. Well, left hook, huh? You can't unsee the left hook? Is that what you're telling me, man? You can't unsee the left hook? Well, You know what's amazing? I like left hooks. I can't unsee left hooks either. So on this Monkey Tuesday, niggas.
That reminds me of a song. It's called I'm a Failure.
Let's celebrate left hooks. On this Monkey Tuesday, let us celebrate left hooks. Y'all ready?
I cannot unsee the left hook. Stop crying.
Where y'all niggas at? Tay, how you doing? I don't know, Dion. Where's Triple G? He announced his retirement, did he? I don't know. Where's Triple G? That nigga vanished. He got 3 Canelo fights and that was the end of him. Where is he? I don't know what happened. You know who was nice though? You know who I really did like out of that European invasion? Dimitri Pirog. Dimitri Pirog fought with soul. He knocked out Danny Jacobs. That was, whew, I forgot what year that was. But Dimitri Pirog, he man, listen. Dimitri was gonna beat the shit out of Triple G, man. He had a back injury and he had to retire. I like Dimitri Pirog. Yeah. One more time for the clowns that can't unsee the left hook.
I cannot unsee the left hook. Stop crying.
Where all my nigga Ryan fans at? Where y'all at? Yeah, you got a Tyrion, man. Yeah. There's a lot of names. I spoke about that before. There's a lot of names that got caught up in that top rank raid. Don't know why Bud went there. Don't know why Shakur went there. I don't know why I don't know why any black fighter went there. I don't know, bro. Unless they redoing contracts and they have more creative control. See what I mean? You knuckle draggers, man. Y'all were Fury fans. Y'all were Pacquiao fans. Y'all are Ryan Garcia fans. And you know what? All of you vanish. Y'all are all contrary. Y'all want to be different because y'all don't want to be who you are. I'm not black. Niggas get on panels sounding like Yogi Bear and shit. And again, because hey boo, get that picnic basket. You with the voice. Man, when Bill called him, he said, yo, wait, you with the voice. You with the voice. I said, man, he picked right up on it. That dude is not normal. The dude is not normal. Not normal. Hey, you guys remember this? did this video. I said, this is what needs to happen. Remember this?
To reports, should Rolly Romero be successful against Ismael Barroza, that should set up a fight between him and King Ryan Garcia. In my opinion, Ryan Garcia shouldn't be focused on Rolly Romero, although they do have a slight history. He should be worried about Senbatar Ibradabat. That's the guy that stopped him to the body during camp.
Are you okay?
That's a deeper storyline, and it makes more sense. Both men lost to Tank Davis by knockout, but I think there's marketability for King Ryan if he faces the guy that stopped him to the body in camp. Are you okay? Yeah, that guy. So Rolly should be successful, but there's other directions for him to go other than Ryan Garcia, although that does make for a fun fight to watch. But Ryan, you need to go get your lick back from Senbatar. I'd be interested in seeing that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.
Move! That's the guy that fucked up the Tank fight for him. That's the guy that broke up his ribs. He did that. Hey, I'm just a YouTuber. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I watched that kid fight a couple of times, man. He's rough. And right now, Ryan with no drugs, Sendy dog walks him, and he actually stops him, bro. Ramel Lane, salute. Anthony, salute. Show, I don't know where he is. I seen him fight. I think I saw him fight on Pro Box, and I saw him fight on damn, I forgot where I saw him fight. I was watching him on the big screen too. He's a dog, bro. He's a roughhouse. But he has a control, you know what I'm saying? He fights low. He throws a lot of like hooks to the body. Ryan couldn't deal with him. And he's the one that bust up his ribs in camp. And they ran back and told Tank. And lo and behold, he loses to a hook to the body. And then he taunted him. See, Ryan's fans, they don't want that. They're like, oh man, no, not that guy. We want to see Ryan cheat. And you knuckle draggers, you hard ERs, HER, because you are her. You mofos, you know, y'all don't know shit. Exactly, Tay. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Faggy, are you okay? Faggy, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Come on, man. Sparring session, man. You know, Cindy was up in there, you know.
Whack, jack, smack.
Round 1.
Whack, jack, smack.
Round 2.
Whack, jack, smack.
Round 3.
Whack, jack, smack.
Broken ribs. Fuck out of here. Anyway. Shakur, what you got to do at this point is win. And I'm going to tell you something else, man. Shakur, man, I'm telling you right now, don't fuck around and lose to Zepeda, bro. Now, let me paint this picture for all y'all, because like I said, I'm removed from all of this shit. Can y'all imagine a world where Shakur loses to Zepeda and Keyshawn loses De Los Santos? I'm telling you right now, I'm just gonna laugh, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm just gonna be like, yo, what? Hey, yo. If Shakur loses to Zepeda and Keyshawn loses to De Los Santos, bro, dude, listen, man. Hey, man. I think the meme that I'll have to do for that live will be incredible. I'll just put a picture of Cordina's face, Shockey Foster's face, Zepeda and I don't know, Solomon Grundy, because y'all careers will be dead after that. My brother Felix says, what realistic chances does Zepeda have, though, Drew? Oh, Felix, all I can say is that it's boxing, bro. He didn't look bothered at the presser. And by the way, I uploaded a video of him speaking. Don't ask me what the fuck he said. One of my boys asked a question for him, and he was very polite. You know, he's a good dude, man. You know, but the only thing I can see, Felix, is heart and work ethic. And he says realistic chances. You know what he's gonna have to do? And I don't even think Shakur. All right, look. Y'all remember Roy Jones versus Glenn Koff Johnson? That has to happen. Something like that. But Roy was by then a shell of his former self. He was coming off a knockout loss. And Shakur hasn't hit that road yet. Dare I say Shakur would have to make a bad mistake. Shakur's going to have to respect him. And Zepeda has to go in there and outwork him. He's going to have to go in there and outwork him. He's going to have to go in there and outwork him. But sidebar, the fight that I'm looking forward to seeing, because I think it's going to be funny to watch, is Floyd Schofield and Tevin Farmer. That's going to be funny as hell. Because I got a feeling Tevin going to beat his ass, bro. I got a feeling. Because you know what? Is it me? I don't have enough data on Floyd Schofield Jr., but what I did see, I'm like, this kid ain't it, man. This kid ain't it. He's not it, man. I don't see him compete with anybody on the screen. Not Devin, not Shakur, not Keyshawn. I think Edwin De Los Santos knocks him out. That kid is not good. His sassy ass father just got a big mouth. That's it. And I think Tevin Farmer, he's a dog, man. Look what happened with him and Zepeda. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog. I think that Auntie Schofield talked his son into the limelight. And yeah. He's gonna get what he asked for. And get with Farmer, he's actually getting off light. He's actually getting off light because Farmer's not noted as a puncher. He's just a dog. When I watched what he did with Zepeda, I said, man, you know, with that heart and that above average skill, I see why Tank was like not really forcing the issue for that fight. I see why. Wow. So I'm looking forward to that. But back on topic, does Zepeda have a chance against Shakur? It's boxing, Felix. It's boxing. It's definitely boxing. That's all I can say. Stylistically, to cut off the ring, take the air out the tires, work the body. 2 or 3 combinations to the body, rough him up, make it a fight. Make Shakur fight. Don't box him. You're not going to win. Be 110%. And I say this in all respect. Be 100% Mexican in that fight, bro. Move your head. Work the body. Punch him in the hips. Make him complain and whine to the ref. Work that body. And by the time you get to round 7, throw something up top. And see what he can do. Don't play with him. Don't try and outbox him. No. Don't fuck with him. Rough him up. Bring it to him. Make him work. And even if you lose, make it be the hardest fight that he's ever had. Now, Keyshawn versus Edmund De Los Santos, I'm going to say that's a 50-50 fight, man. Him being out the ring that long, that's something to consider. But I don't trust. I don't trust. There's just something weird going on, bro. There's just something weird going on. Y'all, a lot of people, the boxing public is thinking it's gonna be business as usual with Shakur and Keyshawn, and y'all running around ripping Devin, wanting to change rules, clinch counters, and you want him to be penalized for being boring and all this shit. Something crazy gonna happen, bro. Something crazy is gonna happen, and I'm gonna laugh. Niggas really thought that Ryan was gonna go in here and smoke Rolly. I picked Ryan to win too. After round 2, I said, By the way, where's Derek James? Anyone talking to him? I know we don't do interviews, but goddamn. J Man says Figueroa versus Fulton. It might be another version of that. Yo, bro, it might be. It might be. Y'all run around thinking Devin was done and he gonna test his chin and he won in outstanding fashion, and people saying, oh no, he looks scary to me. Nah, he fought smart. It was Ramirez's responsibility to stop him from doing what he's doing. And by the way, Ramirez is the only person that looked like he had a fight. Pillow Fist touched him somewhere because he went to the hospital with broken ribs and a swole up face. He ran like chicken. Well, chicken, he's a fighting cock. He was fighting his cock. You got beat by the cock, you cock beaters. Yeah, Stormy, I'm flat out, man. I'm just disappointed in Derek James, bro. We gave that brother an award and all of that, man. I mean, you want, man, that's a whole nother thing, man. Shakur better be Shakur, Steve L. Keyshawn better be careful. Got a weird feeling, man. Got a weird feeling. But anyway, General's on. Salute to everybody. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Super Chat, man. Salute to all of y'all. Subscribe to the Patreon. I got some content I'm posting this week. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. That's my other channel. Some of y'all are there right now. And we over here working, bro. If y'all missed me and Stormy B-Man or Nerds on Culture, make sure I go subscribe. And go subscribe to his backup channel. Not backup channel. I'm sorry, that's not a backup channel. Stormy has a Kung Fu channel. Talking about martial arts films and everything, man. That is a fun channel. Y'all go subscribe to Stormy's man, what's the name of that? Stormy, what's the name of your what's the name of that other channel? Shamit? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll get it right now. Where is that? Why it's not saved in my damn... Stormy, post it for me. I can't find it right now. You in Publix? Kung Fu Temple and Entertainment. Let me put that up there. Temple. There we go. The dash in there. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, these bastards. They're not letting me. Give me a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what sucks? The people that you subscribe to, it's not in alphabetical order. I don't like that. YouTube, that's just the one thing that I ask you. That's what I asked. Give me a problem with this. Ah, there we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. There you go. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Stormy B Man's Kung Fu, Temple, and Entertainment. That's the link right there. That's it right there. That's it right there. Fire content. It's not a boxing channel. Absolutely. I'm gonna roll. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love. Jenna was on. Let's head over there, giving us an update on this Diddy case, man. And that's just crazy. And if y'all miss Pep Talk last night, y'all go catch that replay. For real, man. And I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.